Islanders, we've got answers. Yesterday, Royal Caribbean International and Celebrity Cruises announced changes in protocols. And among those changes in protocols was the fact that those people who had to test in order to cruise, unvaccinated people or people who are cruising on a cruise longer than 9 days. These cruisers can now, starting September the 5th, use a self-administered at-home test. That test can be proctored or not proctored. That was new for the first time. We reported on that and many said, nope, that's not the truth. That's not right. That is indeed right. The question, of course, was asked, how are you going to prove that that person is real? How can I prove that I'm the one that took the test? Royal Caribbean has shared more details on how if you self-administer a test that's not proctored, how you will submit that test and show that you're negative and that you can indeed cruise. We have the response from Royal Caribbean today, plus we have news from Carnival Cruise Line as they release new details and new cruises and itineraries for the Carnival Luminosa. Let's talk about cruising and cruise news right now on Island Time. A big happy Tuesday to all you Islanders. Thank you for stopping by the show today. I am Derek, and it is time. Let's drop our anchors. Those things that try to drag us down, they're on our minds and hearts. There's stresses and pressures. Let's make the choice that we're going to drop them right now. The next 8 or 10 minutes, we're going to relax and spend some time in the islands together talking about cruising and cruise news. There's a lot going on across the industry, and yesterday's show was one where I had my script made. I was ready to go, and I looked right before I hit that record button, and Royal Caribbean and Celebrity had huge cruise news that I tried to read through. I said, there's no way this is right. But it was indeed right. Let's just reflect for a few seconds, on some of these big changes to protocols that Royal Caribbean and Celebrity had yesterday. They announced that starting September the 5th, the cruise line would welcome both vaccinated and unvaccinated guests from many ports, including ports leaving out of Florida, Galveston, Texas, out of California, New Orleans, Europe. There's several of them that vaccinated passengers can now go on. They also said that you don't need a pre-cruise test if you're vaccinated and your cruise is shorter than 10 days. They announced several different things, but one of the things they announced that really, it raised a lot of flags with people, and people said there's no way that this is right, is that Royal Caribbean and Celebrity both shared that if you have to test for whatever reason you fall in, maybe it's a long cruise, maybe you're unvaccinated, that you have several options. You can use a rapid test, you can use a PCR test. That test, of course, has to be taken within 3 days of embarkation. But they also shared something new that no other cruise line has done yet, and it's this. If you want to, you can use your free test that you get at home. You can get these still free through the government. You can get 8 of them right now. But if you want to use an at-home, self-administered proctor test, you can do that where someone watches you give yourself the test, or you don't have to have that test proctored. You can just give the test to yourself, and that is sufficient. That raised so many questions yesterday, asked to us, asked across social media. How is this going to work? How does this even work? Royal Caribbean has shared new details. I want to share them with you. I will put them right here so you can see them. Accepted test for U.S. cruises departing on or after September the 5th with no stops in Canada and Bermuda. The test you take can be professionally administered by health professionals such as a doctor or pharmacist, or you can use an at-home testing kit. Home test kits for those settings are not required to be administered under live video supervision. That's a change. You will present the negative test result at the time of boarding. You can show it in the form of a printout, an email, or an app screen from the test provider. Or you can show a picture of your negative home test on your phone, or present the actual negative test itself. If you get a positive test result on your pre-test cruise, please call us at this 1-800 number so we can rework your cruise plans. Talk about trust. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity are now trusting all passengers who must take a test. Your cruise is longer than 10 days, you're not vaccinated, or you're leaving out of certain ports, or your ship is visiting certain locations. They're trusting each and individual passenger to the extreme. You can sit at your house, take the test yourself, and take a picture of this test. If I wanted to, snap a picture, I show up to port. Or I can bring the test with me and say, hey, this is mine. I took this test. See, it's indeed negative. It's not stamped. I took this test weeks ago. It's not stamped, time dated, nothing. Royal Caribbean is trusting passengers to bring their own test. They're trusting passengers to bring a test that is dated within 3 days before embarkation. And some are saying that it is too far. Islanders, what do you think about this news? I know we talked about it some yesterday, but today we have more details. Do we trust each other to take our own test 3 days before we cruise? Do we trust each other that if we take a test and it's indeed positive, that those individuals remove themselves and don't cruise? Or do they have someone else test for them that's negative and take that negative result and go? It's a huge shift, and I'm telling you now, it's causing all sorts of chatter online. People are intrigued about this, and we want to know what you think. Let us know in the comments section below. Is this right? Is it wrong? If it's wrong, what needs to change in order to make this work? Should they only allow proctored test, PCR test, and rapid test? Let us know in the comments section below. I had to share with you today news from Carnival Cruise Lines regarding the Carnival Luminosa. Carnival yesterday announced new plans for the Luminosa. Some of them we knew, some of them we did not know, but the big blockbuster news from what Carnival announced yesterday is that there's a new record. Carnival is setting a new record. The longest cruise that Carnival has ever done on board a Carnival ship is going to take place on the Carnival Luminosa. Listen to this. The Luminosa, of course, is currently in Europe. She's part of the Costa family of cruise brands. She's coming over in November. November the 6th is the first cruise from Australia. She's going to sail from Australia, different itineraries until April. It's April the 13th that the Luminosa starts that Trans-Pacific cruise, a 22-night cruise, but that's not the longest cruise that the Luminosa is going to embark on. Just wait. This 22-night cruise is going to be fun. It's going to stop in several different destinations, from Tahiti to Fiji to Honolulu. And of course, the Luminosa will have sailings then from Seattle. And she will have the Alaska season sailing from Seattle to Alaska and Canada. Many people are excited about that. But here's what people are excited about. The longest cruise Carnival Cruise Line has ever announced on board one of their ships. It is a 30-day cruise. 30 days. That's big for Carnival, who usually is a cruise line that doesn't cruise this long. Royal Caribbean has longer cruises, and other cruise brands have cruises, some of them over 100 nights, over 140 nights. This one here is Carnival's longest cruise. It's going to leave Seattle on September the 14th of next year, 2023, and it will arrive back in Australia October the 15th. It's going to stop in 5 different ports in Japan. Would that not be awesome to embark on? Also, different destinations from the United States, Philippines, Indonesia. It's going to depart Seattle September the 14th, 2023. My question to you, is there any chance that you go on that cruise? I can't. I'm out. I can't. I've got too much at home with work and kiddos, but I'm sure there will be somebody in this Islander community who's going to embark on that trip. Maybe you take that 30-day. Maybe it's a little bit too long. Maybe you take the 22-day. My question to you is, are you going? And if you say, no, I'm not going, could you go? Could you realistically put up with or enjoy 22 nights, 30 nights on a cruise ship? That answer for me is a big yes. Of course I can. But there are some people who love cruising to its core. They enjoy it. But they said, no. I can't do 22 days. There's no way I could do 30 days. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. We look forward to hearing from you. Islanders, I'll leave you with this today. I don't want to leave you on a sad note, but it is the reality of what's going on with the Carnival Ecstasy. Here's a picture yesterday of the Ecstasy in Costa Maya, Mexico. It's the last time that she's going to visit Costa Maya. It's not scheduled, at least, to be on a future cruise, as she says goodbye. Her last cruise being October the 10th. It's the first of many goodbyes. As events like this happen with the Carnival Fantasy, we'll point them out to you It's just neat. A lot of people love this ship cruising out of Mobile, Alabama. A lot of you have sailed her, and we want to keep you updated on her final goodbye. At least she's getting to have one, right? The Carnival Sensation and other cruise ships that Carnival had to get rid of during the pandemic, had to scrap. They did not get this farewell tour that the Ecstasy is getting. Islanders, we hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you in the comment section below on Facebook and tomorrow right here on Island Time.